For this video, I'm going to be talking about what is, in my opinion, one of the best, not necessarily the best, because everyone has their own methods they prefer, but one of the best methods, in my opinion, to be earning XP quickly here in MLB The Show 21. If you guys enjoy the tutorial video, stuff like that, definitely let me know. Leave a like on this video. That'd be awesome. Maybe subscribe if you're not already on the road to 100,000 subscribers. Comment down below if you have any tips for anybody else that maybe aren't in this video for earning XP in MLB 21, or if you have any questions about this method, leave all that stuff down in the comment section. So what we're going to be talking about is something I did earlier in the year, which is pretty much your player locked as a good pitcher against a really bad team. And what you want to do is when you're on the main menu of MLB The Show 21, okay, you want to go up to the create button and then go to vaults. Now, once you're in the vaults, you want to go R1, L1 for PlayStation. I think it's right bumper, left bumper for the Xbox players. But you want to press R1, go to roster. Once you're on this screen, you want to hit the search button, square for us, as y'all can see down there. We hit square, we go search, and then what you want to do, you can either search TwinGamingTV for the online ID, but it's defaulted on name. And the name of the roster is going to be Twin XP. So type in TWIN XP, search that up, and then as y'all can see, there's one from earlier in the year. I did go ahead and re-upload it to the vault. I think this is the exact same roster if I'm not mistaken. As y'all can see on the notes on it, Cardinals away, Twins home, user. That means you need the Cardinals for the away team, Twins is the home team, and then user controlled. So once you have this, you click on the roster and then you hit download. Now, a lot of times we're just going to download it. You can name it whatever you want. I'm going to just do this. A lot of times when I'm doing stuff on the roster vault this late in the year, for some reason, okay, it gives me like an unhandled server exception, right? It keeps giving me errors. But like, I uploaded the roster, it gave me an error, but the roster still got uploaded. It didn't make any sense. It was really weird, but for some reason, there's a lot of errors. I kind of hope we get one so I can show y'all. Yeah, see, I get an error, okay? But you downloaded the roster. If you see this, more than likely you actually downloaded the roster. It's super weird, but let's just go now to settings in the top right. Same thing. We're on the main menu of the game. You go to the top right, go to settings, file management, and then load. And then you want to go to rosters, save the rosters, and as y'all can see, it's right there. So it gave me an error, but we still downloaded it. It makes no sense why that happens, but we still downloaded it. That is what you want. You want to select that and load it. Okay, and once you've loaded it, you go there, you load the roster. Once you've done that, you don't want to do anything else. You want to go down to exhibition. Okay, play now exhibition. You're still on that main menu. Go to exhibition, and my favorite team in the game is the Cardinals. So if I go to the away team, it just says it to the Cardinals, but you want the away team to be the Cardinals, and then with the home team, you want it to be the Twins. Okay, so this gives you a designated hitter. If you're going to do this on your own, you're not going to use my roster. You're just going to use normal teams. You want an American League team to be the home team. That way you have a designated hitter and you are less likely to get taken out of the game. Okay, so that's why we have an American League team, is for the DH, so that we don't get pinch hit for. So we're going to control the Twins right here. And then I like to just do it doesn't matter what stadium. I like to do one that's like appealing on my eyes. I like the cornfield in creative stadiums, but it does not matter what stadium you can do. You can do a minor league one, MLB one. It does not matter the stadium that you're doing. I like to do the cornfield though, because it's appealing on the eyes. And you can mess around in the settings if you want. Turn all the presentation options in the main menu settings to the fast modes and stuff like that. But presentation mode, we got it on fast play. Quick counts are going to be on for this, and you will see. Okay, the other team has a whole bunch of Joe Suck pitches. We got Joe Good pitch. Now, before you select your pitcher, you want to make sure it's highlighted on Joe Good pitch, and then select the player lock. Y'all can see the bottom player lock. R2 on PlayStation. I believe it's going to be the right trigger, I think, on Xbox. So we want to player lock. Y'all can see the symbol above me. Make sure that symbol's there. Okay, and then select the pitcher, and y'all can see they have that bad lineup, the Joe Suck hits. That's going to make it easier for you as a pitcher. And then you want to advance, go into the game, and that's what we're going to do for this method. You're pretty much just playing a game. I'm going to go ahead and play one while in this video for you guys, so you guys can see how fast it goes and everything like that. Now, one thing I will say is you do get a little bit more XP, I'm pretty sure, if it's on a higher difficulty. Now, with that being said, I'm just doing it on beginner because I feel like the XP difference is not that much. I feel like it's not that great. So I'm just playing on beginner to make it easiest for myself and also have it go as fast as possible. Because if I'm playing on legend difficulty, yeah, I might get a little bit more XP. However, it might be harder to strike guys out, which is where you get the XP. You get the most XP from strikeouts. And it might be harder to get guys out in general. So I'm doing it on beginner. Pitching interface doesn't really matter. I'm doing pinpoint just to kind of practice it, make sure I get it down and everything like that. So y'all are going to be able to see exactly how long it takes. I'm just going to set a stopwatch for myself. I'm probably going to start it right now, and we're literally just going to go through the game. So y'all can skip through this if you want to, but I'm just showing pretty much exactly what I do. And for the most part, sometimes I'll switch it up, but for the most part, I'm pretty much just throwing fastballs, right? That's what I'm doing. Strikeouts, like I said, get you the most XP. However, sometimes they're going to hit it in a play like that, but you do want to try to strike guys out. That's where you're getting the most XP. Now, while we're playing through this game and showing you guys how long it takes and everything like that, I'm probably just going to mention, you know, there's other XP methods out there. I meant to mention this during the intro a little bit. But there's something that a lot of people are probably aware of called the intentional walk method. And two things. Number one, I've been doing that method since like MLB 19. I think it's when I first started doing it. I think that's the first year they have programs. That's how I got my programs done super fast. I was always one of the first people, if not the first person, to get the inning programs done back in the day. Try to get the debuts up as fast as possible, stuff like that. So I've been doing that method for a while, and the reason I haven't made a video on it yet this year, or the reason I'm not talking about it right now, is just because I feel like this method that I'm doing at the moment, where you're player locked, is overall more accessible, right? Because for the intentional walk method, unless it's changed back from when I used to do it, you need multiple controllers, and not everyone, I know a lot of people do, but not everyone has more than one controller available. So that's the main reason I'm focusing on this method rather than that one. However, if someone's watching this video right now and they want me to do a video on the intentional walk method, kind of going over what it is, how to do it, stuff like that, I could always get one of those going. You know, I almost figure it might as well, because a lot of times when I'm making a tutorial video like this, right, my goal is to help people. And if it helps one person, I feel like, okay, that's fine, you know? There might be people who already know about the method. Oh, and see, that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to be walking people. But there might be people who already know about the method. But if it's helping at least one person, that's my goal, man. If I could help out at least one person, same thing with this video. I know I've talked about this method earlier in the year, but if this video is helping out at least one person, man, I'm chilling. I'm happy. And one thing I will say about this method, right, is y'all have seen me allow a walk. Y'all have seen me throw a ball right there. Y'all have seen like a ball put into play for a pop out. So right now, me doing this, I'm not even going as fast as possible. I've had games doing this method where I'm getting 27 strikeouts, where I'm not letting him foul out pitches, where I'm not throwing balls. So like this can go faster than I'm doing it. So at the end, once we get through this game, I'm going to kind of hopefully break it down a little bit, be like, okay, this is how long it took. This is about how much XP we're getting per hour, stuff like that. But keep in mind that if you're really focusing up or doing this well, or get a little bit lucky on your counts, like more of them are starting with 2 strikes, or, you know, you're striking everybody out, you're not getting anything put into play, you're not throwing balls, you're not getting multiple foul tips like we are right here, you know, it can go a lot faster. And it might not seem like it, right? Like it's only going to be maybe 20, 30, 40-second difference, maybe even a minute difference. But like in the grand scheme of things, those extra seconds, extra minutes and stuff like that, it can really add up. It really can. And this method is not for everybody, right? For me, I typically don't do these methods unless I was really going for a debut quickly. But at this point, it's like I feel like I might as well just buy the player with stubs and then sell them back, because I'm probably not going to be losing too many stubs for me for like somebody getting it for a gameplay, stuff like that. However, if you really want to make some stubs, a method like this or the intentional walk method could be really good for you. And like we've already had a ton of extra time. Like I've probably had, from foul balls, throwing balls, balls put into play, I've probably had an extra minute, I would say, added on, or getting close to an extra minute now, because this has been a ton of them, and I would say more than usual. I don't know if maybe I'm not being as precise with my pitches or what, but it's definitely I would say it's definitely adding on extra time. And like I said, those seconds and everything really add up. You know, I think when I was normally doing this method, I was probably getting around 5 minutes per Sometimes I think a little bit less, sometimes more. Like I said, it depends, you know, how many balls you're throwing, how many foul balls there are, how many get put into play, how many counts started, 2 strikes, stuff like that. So it all really depends, but overall, this method goes fast. I think the intentional walk one is probably a little bit faster, but I don't think it's, you know, a ton faster. And like I said, that one requires you to have an extra controller. I feel like this one is a little bit, I don't want to necessarily say easier, because it's not like the other one's hard, but I feel like this one, you know, you don't have to press more than 1 or 2 buttons, right? You're not having to press L1 and something at the same time, stuff like that. So I prefer this method. Again, I used to do the intentional walk one. This one for me is just a little bit easier. I think the intentional walk method, though, is one you could maybe do while watching Twitch or Netflix or something like that, right? You can maybe be a little bit more laid back with it in terms of paying attention to the game, but at the same time, your hands might be having to do a little bit more. So I'm stopping my timer there. It's 5 minutes, 22 seconds. That is definitely slower than normal for me. We had a lot of foul balls, stuff like that. I'm gonna go show you how much XP we got for the entire game. If you want to, you can, instead of exiting, you can always confirm restart, rack up multiple games at once, but we're gonna be doing confirm exit for this. And I don't know how many times you can confirm restart, so it might be safe to just exit after every time. So as y'all can see, I got 1,975 XP. Like y'all saw, I didn't strike out as many guys as I could, so we could have gotten more XP. There were some foul balls that could have gone faster, but from that attempt right there, 5 minutes 22 seconds, 1,975 XP, that is 22,080 XP per hour, which obviously it's gonna take a little while to get the boss and everything, but compared to doing other stuff in the game, I feel like that's a lot of XP. I feel like 22,000 XP, possibly more per hour, is really good. And I feel like this method is pretty nice for grabbing some extra XP. You know, maybe it's the last day, you only need 50,000 more. Just do this for 2 or 3 hours and you should have that program done. That boss should be yours. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, any comments, leave them in the comment section. I or somebody else could try to help you out. Any other tips, feel free to leave it for other people. Like, comment, subscribe, social medias. Maybe let me know if you guys want to see an intentional walk method guide video for y'all here in the next few days. I could try to get that going too, but I hope this helped out, like I said, at least one person. I'll see you next time. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out.